Welcome to the Jim Florentine Comedy Metal Midgets podcast on riotcast.com. I have podcast t-shirts available. They're up on jimflorentine.com if you're a fan of the podcast. Check them out, all sizes. I got chick sizes too. And, as always, if you want to shop at Amazon, just go to my website link at jimflorentine.com, click on that Amazon button and shop from there. It helps the podcast. January 8th through 10th, I'll be in Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas, Texas. January 15th through 18th, Laughing Skull, Atlanta, Georgia. And then January 23rd, 24th, Laughing Comedy Cafe in Fort Myers, Florida. Any feedback from the podcast, anything like that, comedymetalmidgets@gmail.com is the address. Keep sending in the Facebook post, awful slang words, the baby names, and the vanity plates, because that will continue as it should. A podcast listener named Eric Rodriguez gave me a great idea about a month ago to, how about do a podcast on bad fast food slogans? And he gave me a whole bunch of shit to work with. He looked it up, sent it over. I really appreciate it, Eric. And I was like, that's a good one because there's so many bad ones. And what I usually do is I go through them all and I just kind of write down the ones I want to talk about. I might write like a note or two on each one, and then I'll just kind of riff on it, just have like some kind of idea. This one, there was so much shit there, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to start riffing. I don't even know what I'm going to say. Let's just, let's start with this McDonald's one and, see where it goes, and then I'll just kind of play it by ear. So I just started riffing, and I just stopped at the McDonald's one. So that's the podcast this week. It was going to be about all different fast food slogan ones, but I just said, you know what, I went on a roll with this fucking McDonald's one, and I'm like, it's done. It's not an hour podcast, but I think you'll enjoy it. So this is a podcast is called A Rant Against McDonald's. And we're going to close out the podcast with a band out of Australia called Baby Jane. They got a couple CDs out. Michael Wagner, a famous hard rock and metal producer that did the Scorpions, Accept, did a bunch of bands. Legendary producer, produced their 2 records. They got 2 records out from Australia, and this is off of an album called Make It Sick. I think it's the last one they released back in 2012. I always love Australian music. I have a fucking very special place in my heart for fucking bands that come out of there. So check it out, Baby Jane, album called Make It Sick, and this is a song called She's Just a Liar. I hope you enjoy my McDonald's rant. McDonald's. I'm loving it. Loving what? What does anyone actually love at McDonald's? Maybe if you bring your kids there and they got those slides in the back and then go play and do all of that stuff. You're still not going to love it. You might just like it. You're sitting there as a parent worried that there's fucking germs everywhere. And your kid might come home with the Ebola virus, swine flu, whatever else they'll catch on those dirty slides with a bunch of kids rolling around on each other, touching each other, runny noses, sore throats, coughs. Are you loving the food? I could see the French fries tasting okay. All right. You know what I mean? You're craving junk food. The fries are all salty. They hit the spot. But you feel like shit afterwards. There's nothing to love in McDonald's. You give them the order. You got some fucking idiot behind the counter. Doesn't know what you're talking about. If you need anything special, don't put ketchup on it, or, put pickles and lettuce. It's a whole hitting 75 buttons. They still don't know what they're doing. Ooh, and then the manager has to come over. I need to void this out. Ugh, and you're just sitting there like, I just wanted a fucking shitty hamburger and fries so my kid can go roll around the fucking playground in the back. That's it. And I should have just never, you know what? I should have just got the pickles and the lettuce on there and the ketchup and just fucking wiped it off. It would have been a lot easier. I used to do that when I go to Wendy's. They used to fuck up the order. I hate mayonnaise. And they used to mess up the order every time. I just tell them, just give me the chicken sandwich. Everything on it? Yeah, everything. And I would just fucking wipe the mayonnaise off of like 6 napkins. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the aggravation. I just wanted to eat. Are you loving the service at McDonald's? Are you loving just waiting around, them fucking up your order? A 16-year-old kid behind that computer doesn't know what the hell they're doing. You stand there frustrated. Your kids are hungry. They're walking away from you while you're on that line. You're trying to go grab them, but you got to give your order, and the kid doesn't know what the hell you're talking about. What's to love about that? Seriously. Maybe the prices, because it's cheap shit. It's cheap food, so it's cheap shit. So you could feed your family, for $6. But you can really just go over to like Chipotle and like Moe's, these other places that have like real food, and it's only about $7, $6-7. So you really got the same, but you're eating real food. Not just some fucking garbage at McDonald's. I'm loving it. Nobody is. The only one that's loving it is the guy that owns the fucking franchise there, because he's making a fortune. The drive-thru is packed. There's 17 cars. You can't even get out of the car to eat that shitty food. You're 17 cars deep waiting to eat fucking junk food. That's just going to destroy your insides. That's just fucking horrendous for you. Nothing natural, nothing whatsoever. There's no nutrition whatsoever in anything they have there. Maybe a piece of lettuce, and even that's questionable. And that's fine. You got, hey, I want to eat junk food once a week or whatever. Hey, I just like it. All right, good. But do you have to wait 17 cars deep? You can't even get out of a car to order that fucking shit that you're going to eat. It's going to feel good as you're eating it, and then like 45 minutes later, you're going to feel like crap. I don't know why this headache came on. Oh, my stomach's not feeling that great. I don't know what it is. You get tired. Who's loving that? If you're going to eat that fucking garbage at McDonald's, can you at least get out of your car and wait online? You can't even do that. If I'm going to drive through anywhere and I see more than like 3 cars, I go, fuck it, I'm going inside. That's the move to make. Especially when you're at a fast food place. The dummy behind there taking the order is going to screw it up. You get to the window, they're screwing it up more. You got to double check your shit in the bag to make sure that it's right. Because they messed it up. They were messing it up over the speaker. Taking all that time. You got 3 cars in front of you. Go walk inside. Get some exercise. You're going to need it after eating that fucking garbage. I'm loving it. No, you're not. The workers there don't love it. They get paid like shit. $7 an hour or whatever it is. They don't want to be there. It's always busy. They're teenagers. They don't want to work. And if they do, they just want to hang out and have it easy. But no, it's constant, fucking people with headsets on, goofy outfits. They all got zits on their face from that fucking oil flying all over the place and that grease in there. They don't want to be there. No kid wants to work at McDonald's. That's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, I got a job. She works, you're a 15-year-old girl. I got first job working at McDonald's. All right, but nobody really over 16 wants to work there. It's kind of embarrassing. You're at a party and you're like, yeah, I work at McDonald's. Like, really? When I was like 16 years old, when I lived in Florida, I moved down there. My parents said, you got to get a job. I was in 11th grade, and there was a McDonald's like in walking distance from our place. And I went there and filled an application out. Sat with the guy. He goes, okay, you start tomorrow morning. I tossed and turned the night before. Like I had the biggest decision in my life to make. The next day, I didn't show up. I said, fuck it, I can't work at a McDonald's. I'm not loving it. I'm not wearing that uniform. I'm not getting more zits on my face. I already can't get laid. I got a few on my face. I like fucking Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, and nobody else knows who they are. And that's all I want to talk about. and AC/DC. And every chick I bring that up to just walks away. And I got zits on my face. I didn't need more zits on my face. And tell a chick, yeah, I work at McDonald's. I got fucking 75 zits on my face. And I know everyone in Black Sabbath's birthday and for first real name and middle names. Are you impressed? No wonder I didn't get laid till a month before my 18th birthday. And this chick actually worked at Burger King. How ironic is that? She worked at Burger King. A friend of mine was dating her, and then he broke up with her. And we were always going in there, you know, she was behind the counter, and we'd be talking and stuff like that. And after he broke up, I was like, hey, dude, man, you know, do you mind if I go out with your girlfriend, if I try to go on a date with her? He goes, no, your ex? He's like, no, not at all. I'm like, you sure? He goes, dude, please, I don't care. Just do it. I really don't care. I think he said affirmative. That's what he told me. No, affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, you can. Affirmative. I really wanted to make sure. I had no game, no nothing. But the chick kind of thought I was funny. I was still a virgin. She was like a year younger than me. Kept going in there afterwards. She's behind the counter. Cute blonde. And finally closed a deal. First time I ever got laid. I was at my brother's house. I was living at my brother's house. I just moved back from Florida. Right as the day I graduated from high school, when I lived down there for 2 years. I hated it so much I drove back or flew back or whatever. The day, because I had all my friends in New Jersey. And then my brother had this house, and I was staying with him. And my brother had to go out of town, so my sister was worried. My older sister was worried that I was going to have a big party at his house, so she was watching me. So me and my friend, he had this one girl, and I had this one, and we brought him back to my brother's house, and he was in the living room with his chick, and I went in the bedroom with mine. And I told my friend, I said, if that phone rings, do not pick it up under any circumstances. Don't, because I knew my sister was going to check up on me. I go in the room. We're fooling around. I'm ready to have sex for the first time. Put a condom on. 1 pump. Holy shit. She was a virgin too. 2 pumps. This is the fucking greatest thing I ever felt. All of a sudden, I hear that phone ring. It rang like a ring and a half, and my friend panicked and picked the phone up. Hello? He's busy right now. No, I mean, seriously, he's busy. Can you call back in 5 minutes? And my sister's screaming, put him on the phone. Put him on the phone now or I'm coming over there. I know he's there. Put him on the phone. I don't even know who this is. You're in my brother's house. Put him on the phone. Next thing you know, Jim, I'm 4 pumps in now. Jim, what? Your sister's on the phone. I told you not to pick the fucking phone up. Sorry, man, I panicked. She wants to talk to you. She's on her way over here if you don't fucking get on this phone. I go, dude, just tell her I'll call her back. He'll call you back. I'm coming there right now. She's coming right now. Get on the phone. After 7 pumps, I took it out, got on the phone. She screamed at me, said, I'm coming over there. I know you're having a party. I don't know who that guy is that answered the phone. And I got cock-blocked by my sister after 7 pumps for the first time ever. From a chick that worked at Burger King. So maybe that's why I'm not a fan of fast food. And then what happened later, I've told this story before. I probably haven't told it on the podcast. Same girl. Dating her 4 months. I'm in love with her. Some chick finally likes me. Holy shit. Why? I don't know, but whatever. She lived with her parents, obviously. They were really religious. We were in there in her living room at like 2 a.m. one night. Her parents were upstairs sleeping. We were fooling around. And we're ready to have sex. And a rookie move. Rookie move. I didn't have a condom on me. Why? I don't know. I always had one in my wallet as a reserve. That's what you did years ago. You always had a friggin' condom. It had the circle when you pulled your wallet out, the big circle, because it was in there for a long time. You never got laid. Most people know what I'm talking about. You'd always put a fresh one in there like once a month just to look like, no, I get laid all the time. Look, this isn't all friggin' dried out. So she's like, you have a condom? I'm like, no. And she's like, you got to wear one. We can't do this without it. I'm like, come on. She's like, no, absolutely not. And I panicked. I mean, this is the first time I'm having sex. Probably had sex like 6 or 7 times. And it was the greatest thing ever. And that's all I cared about. I mean, at that point, I didn't even masturbate till I was 21 years old. That's a whole other podcast. Seriously, I never masturbated till I was 21. So I'm 18 years old and 3 months, basically, with this girl. And I go, hold on, I'll go get one. At 2 a.m, I run in her kitchen naked, looking for a condom. Like, where would a condom be? Her parents were like 60 years old at the time. They weren't wearing them anymore. And if they were, why would the condoms be in the kitchen? But I'm opening drawers, I'm looking around, anything. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What am I going to do? I'm in a craze. I got a hard on, and I need to get laid. And she's waiting in the living room, and I'm rushing around in there, and I just open one drawer, and I saw saran wrap, and I go, this will do. I took a piece of the saran wrap off, wrapped it around, came down, was holding it, because you obviously have to hold it, and it's pitch black in the living room. We're trying to be quiet, and she's like, you got a condom? I'm like, yeah. She's like, where? How would you get one? Where did you go to get one? I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll tell you afterwards. I wasn't going to tell her it was a piece of saran wrap. She couldn't see. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with the repercussions later. Now, if you know anything about saran wrap, it's pretty dry. Pretty dry. So, trying to work it in, and she's like, ow. What is going on? What is going on with that condom? Oh my God, it hurts. I think she was 17, I was 18. 4th time she had sex, or 6th time, whatever. So, it's going to take a while to work it in, even without saran wrap on your mule. I'm like, oh, don't, and I have to hold it at the base. You know what I mean? I got to hold it at the same time because I don't want the saran wrap to come off. It's not like it just fits like a condom and I could just, plow away. So I'm holding it. I'm trying to jam it in. She's like, ow. Trying to jam it. I'm like, don't worry, just relax. She's like, it hurts. There was a little fucking light, like a little reading light or something like that right above her. I remember because we were on a couch and her dad used to read just turn this little fucking light on so he could sit there and read. And she fucking just reached her hand up, turned that light on, looked down, and saw saran wrap on my mule. She's like, saran wrap? What the fuck? You piece of shit. Get the fuck. What are you doing? And I just fucking picked up my clothes. I ran in the bathroom. Her parents woke up. Lights are going on because she started yelling. What's going on down there? Nothing, Mom. I'm okay. Who's down there? Jim's here. Get him out of the house. It's 2:00 in the morning. You know he's not supposed to be in the house after 11. Got dressed. Get out. The next day, she broke up with me. The next day. You use saran wrap on me, you piece of shit. That's the worst thing anybody can do. I'm your girlfriend. I remember sitting outside of her house a couple weeks after because I was so devastated, and she would pull up. Her mom would pick her up from work or whatever, and I just go, can you come to the car? And I'm like, look, I have condoms now. She's like, get out of here. You're sick. Go. I remember I had a 3-pack of condoms. I'm like, look, I got condoms now. I'm sorry. Get out of here. And I'd pull away in my piece of shit car that had no bumper, but a great stereo system. To this day, every time I eat leftovers, I think of her.